welcome to Drama Time. Hello, ballers. How's it going, guys? We're starting a little bit early today for those in the live audience because I'm going away to do some stuff because tomorrow is my son's 1-year-old birthday party. And I see people in this chat who were there the very first time he appeared on camera just days after being born. And I will be enjoying the awesomeness and gripping tales of the petting zoo where there will be rabbits and pigs and cows and other things that smell delicious. Absolutely delicious. Let's drama time. What's drama time? People are fucking crazy in World of Warcraft and in MMOs in general. They're out of their goddamn minds. And that is because they're anonymous. And sometimes that crazy bastard is you. Let's look back and reflect on those stories. Let's learn a little something and let's have a little jokey joke while we do it. A little jokey joke. We always look back and laugh at things, right? Even the craziest of things, we can look back and laugh. That's all right. That's all right. Today we don't take anything seriously because we've had a serious week looking at hunters. Very serious. Looking at mages. Very serious. And now it's drama time. We don't give a shit. We throw it all out the window. We break character and we just generally have a good old time. I've got 8 stories in front of me. I have to leave this position in approximately 57 minutes. We're going fast. We're going to go fast. We're speedrunning. We're doing the Sonic, as I said in the chat. We are going maximum Sonic. Notepad at the ready. I will call out for names as and when it occurs. Let's begin with Team Australia, Land Down Under. A lovely lady sent me a story of manipulation and just frankly deliciousness. Let's go. I'm a 20-year-old Aussie female. Hype. And a level 90 elemental panda shaman. Kind of let it down there, didn't you? Didn't you? You kind of let it down by going all furry. You know what I mean? No man likes a hairy belly on a lady. Just saying. Just putting it out there. It's just science, man. We don't like the hairy belly. We don't like the hairy belly. I started playing an early cat as a PvP rogue. What spec's that? I was pretty bad because I played on a laptop with a touchpad. Good fucking Christ. If that was vanilla, you would have been alright. But the fact that it was Kata on a touchpad PvP rogue, that's pretty fucking dire. But when Pandaria came out, I fell in love with the Elemental Shaman playstyle. Them lava burst crits. And I got a race change. You changed from a Draenei to a Panda. Mother of God. Okay. I swear it was only for the double food buff. Yeah, okay. But that's enough about me. My story is called It Takes Two to Tango. Everybody in the chat just got excited. My story starts out in the Throne of Thunder after some bad experience on my home server. I decided it was time for a server transfer. I browsed the forums. Alright, that's going to end well. I browsed forums and found a guild on a different server. You went to the guild recruitment forum, didn't you? Oh my god. You went to the guild recruitment forum. That's a place where players go to die. That's where they go. They go to the guild recruitment forum to die. It's like going to suffer. It's like you've done something wrong and now I need to be punished to the guild recruitment forum. After adding their battle tag and learning about the guild a little bit more, they decided to give me a trial. On the condition that I pay for a server transfer and join the guild. That's a good condition. I'm pretty fair that that's a good condition. You can join! But I have 2 conditions. 1, you join the guild. Right? It's a pretty serious... I know, it's a little bit out there, but you've got to do it. And you also have to come to our realm as well. Yeah, I know. We take things pretty serious in our guild forum server. I would find this... I would be fine with this, considering the GM seemed like a nice guy. And I felt like we would get along well. Yeah. After transferring to their server and joining their guild, I learned that the guild was actually run by a boyfriend and girlfriend couple. Boom. Boom. I didn't mind this at first because I thought it wouldn't be that big a deal as I was already in a committed long-term relationship and the GM knew that already. How did he know that already? Was that part of your trial? Oh, you're a chick? What's your marital status? It's kind of a big deal. It's kind of I don't need no single ladies in my guild. My girlfriend's here. My girlfriend, I don't need no single ladies coming over here, right? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't need no single ladies. At my first raid night with them, I found out that the GM's girlfriend was absolute dog shit. Shock horror. Oh my god. She was a horrible shadow priest pulling a top of 70k deeps on the platform on G-Con. I was upset about this, but the other DPS in the raid was good, so it wasn't that bad. After being in the guild, though, for about a week, I discovered that, like me, the GM also suffered from insomnia. Oh, did he now? And so we found ourselves staying up late at night to talk on Vent and do random things in WoW together. He added me on the good book so we could talk during the day. After a while, I started to notice that that the conversation would always go to the subject of his girlfriend and how much of a complete bitch she was. How was your day? Yeah, so my girlfriend is a total bitch. All right. Was work good? She's just a fucking bitch. Is all I'm going to say. I'm just going to put it out there, right? She's a bitch, my girlfriend. Oh, what did you have for dinner? Fucking whore, man. Total fucking whore. Okay. This is a little odd. I wasn't really interested in talking about these things because it doesn't have anything to do with me. But the more I told him I don't want to talk about it, the more he wanted to. After a while, I got a whisper from him in-game one day saying that she was threatening to break up with him because, now guys, here comes one of the saddest things you can ever hear. The saddest things. She was going to break up with him because he'd been deleting his Facebook messages to me, and he had told her that it was because I was saying nasty things about her, like calling her a bitch behind her back. You know that the panic in his eyes when she went, "You talked to that girl on Facebook, right?" And he's like, yeah, I do. So, why do you delete the messages from her? Oh, shit! Oh, busted like a motherfucker. So fucking busted. And in his panic, he went, It's because she hates you. That's what it is. She hates you is what it is. It's she calls you a bitch, and she sends all these horrible things about you through Facebook to me. I don't know what's going on, but that's what it is. That's the reason. Genuinely, that's the reason. And I've tried to delete her. Why didn't you block her? Oh well, can you block on Facebook? I've never heard of that. Ooh. I whispered him and told him that I was going to tell her the truth. And that I was going to show her the messages. You see, when you delete messages on the Facebook, apparently, it only deletes them on your side. Doesn't delete them on the other side. Right? So you need to be a little bit careful there, don't you guys? You need to be a little bit careful with what you're sending out there into the interwebs. Because it's only one side, right? Just saying. He begged me not to show her, but you've been calling her a bitch. You don't even like this girl. He begged me not to show her as he didn't want her to break up with him. So I sucked it up. Well played. And told her that what he was saying was the truth. Why? What a girl. She took it on the chin. That's the wrong phrasing. She took it on the chin. As I didn't want to ruin his real life over a game. It's not really over the game, is it? Just say it's not really over the game. It's about... Let's recap the situation. This guy doesn't want to break up with the girlfriend, and the way he's doing it is by concealing the messages that he doesn't like his girlfriend. But he doesn't want to break up. So, that's the situation he's got himself into. What a guy. She logged and instantly kicked me from the guild and put me on ignore. After this, I started to look for another raid guild, not wanting what happened in that guild to affect my raiding. I decided to transfer my server again. I was picked up by another heroic raiding guild and put on trial. A day later, my new raid leader whispered me, telling me that someone on a level 1 had whispered him, telling him to kick me from the guild because apparently I would try to fuck the raid leader or GM to secure a spot in the raid team. We've all seen it coming. We all saw it. It's going to happen. It turned out to be the old girlfriend. My new GM was a baller and told her that he would make up his own mind about me and that she shouldn't concern herself with it. I trialed for the guild and passed. I now raid with them until they fell apart in late Throne of Thunder. From then onwards until this day, I have never raided with a couple-owned guild again. Thanks for listening. Love you, the preacher. Oh, what a guy! What a fucking baller guildmaster! She's a whore, man. She's a whore. Is she? Well, I'll wait and see. Maybe he was waiting for it, though. Do you think, question I put to you, do you think that GM was like, oh, really? You know that woman's, like, going to try and, like, flirt with you and stuff and send you dirty messages to raid, and that GM was either, I don't care. If that happens, I'll kick her. Or was he like, well, all right, then. Good shit. Good shit. You never know. You never know. Right, then. Onwards. Right, I need 3 people. We're going to go with it. We need an absolute cunt. Who wants to do that? Who wants to do that? We need someone else. And various guildies. We need 2 people. Who wants to be an asshole? Come on, offer yourself up for the chopping block. Put your head on the guillotine. Let's do it. And I need one other guy. Well, will be Plexian. Plexian's in. Who wants to be the asshole? Poppet. Poppet can be the... Right, Poppet, you're the asshole. And that's it. We're flying through today, guys. We're flying through. The MSN Revenge. It all started in the Burning Crusade. I had been introduced to WoW by a friend who would occasionally visit my area. Is he a drug dealer? Oh, as his grandparents lived just down the road from me. Okay, that makes sense. He played on an EU realm, which at age 12... He played on the EU realm Lightbringer, which at age 12 we thought was pronounced Lightbringer, as we were dumb cunts. It doesn't add anything to the story, but now we've got some context for what we're dealing with, right? Now we've got some context for what we're dealing with. The Lightbringer. I sat there and watched him play on his Dwarf Hunter for about deuce hours. I was very intrigued. 2 years of RuneScape had rammed me to the ground. Looking back, I'm embarrassed that I played RuneScape. Don't be. But I was 9 when I started. I didn't know any better. After my mate had left and got back to his house, I immediately spoke to my older brother, who'd also been playing WoW since vanilla. I demanded he set me up an account. To my surprise, he gave me an improved proposal. His ex-girlfriend's account, which he had revoked when they split up. He was paying for the subscription. I know it seems... You're 12, so I'm going to forgive you here. You were 12. But let me put it out there. If that account's not in your email address, just say no. Just say no, kids. Just say no. Just say no, kids. Just say no. Just say no, I want my own account, my own fucking name. It's fine. Just don't do it. The account had a level 49 paladin and a 50-ish hunter on it. Kind of a big deal. I was ecstatic. 2 minutes into my WoW experience and I had already overtaken my friends by 20 levels. Ooh. The only problem was that they were both Horde and on a different realm. Fucked. To this day, I must mention that neither the Paladin or the Hunter have ever been capped. I am now a level 61 on my Hunter and a 77 on my Paladin. With Druid, Shaman and Warrior 90s. The reason for this is that my 12-year-old attention span was as short as my dick. Good to know. I hated leveling. I would spend hours and hours making alts and talking to random people in Orgrimmar. Oh, that's you. Oh, my God. Why? Of all the places, you've enjoyed spending time in trade chat. Why? Oh, I can't wait to go home and go to trade chat. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be so good. I'm glad I'm paying monthly to talk in fucking WoW trade chat. Oh, my main activity though, ganking level 30s in Stranglethorn Vale. Motherfucker. Triforce Protectors. Triforce Protectors. Christ. Shit, man. Ah. This is where I met my best ever friend in WoW. Are you ganking people in Stranglethorn Vale too? So am I. Let's be friends. Let's be the best of friends. His name was Plexian. He saved me from a level 30's main character. And then we ran to the Zeppelin and went home to Orgrimmar. Oh my God. Oh no. You know them. I keep getting ganked by this. Alright, I'll just log my main. I'll kill him, and now they've left. All I had to do was kill him like once, and they ran to the Zeppelin and got on it. Pussies, man. I proceeded to chat to him whenever I played. We never stopped speaking, as I always told him I was 16. I didn't want him to think of me as a 12-year-old, just an extremely stupid 16-year-old. No, I'm 16. I'm just dumb as fuck. I know I sound young, don't I? It's fine. I'm aware of it. I'm extremely stupid. That's all it is. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm just a stupid person. A stupid person. I carried on the facade until I lost contact with him. He would probably think I'm a completely idiotic 21-year-old now. Through Plexian, though, I managed to join a guild he was in. This is where I met the biggest keyboard warrior of them all. Poppet. He had an extremely short temper. Being 12 and stupid. So, wait a minute. You're 12 and stupid. If you're 12 and stupid, how stupid a 16-year-old were you? My God, man. You must have been like an incredibly stupid 16-year-old to be a stupid 12-year-old pretending to be a 16-year-old. Being stupid at 12, I would constantly ask him questions about the game until he would lash out at me. This happened on numerous occasions. Yeah, I don't think... Right, okay. I'm just going to put it out there. I don't think Poppet's actually a dick. You sound extremely annoying. Like, ridiculously annoying. Crazy annoying. I don't think that makes him a very keyboard warrior short-tempered guy, is all I'm going to say. If you just continuously spam him until he freaks out. That sounds annoying. This happened on numerous occasions, but as a 12-year-old little bitch, I would immediately apologise and stop. After around the third time of him lashing out, I decided I should stop. Poppet and Plexian and I would always have a group chat running in MSN, as the legend that is MSN was at its strongest in these years. Poppet was a big guy compared to me. He was 19 at the time. One afternoon pre-Wrath of the Lich King, I was chilling in Orgrimmar, as you seemingly do, and had accidentally said LOL in my guild chat, when I had intended to reply to a whisper. Oh no. I then read the green chat that had come prior to my LOL. Poppet had been raging, with the final line reading, I can't believe this has happened today. First my grand dies, and now this. There are moments in our lives where we say things by accident and it just ends badly. And when someone tells you that their grandmother died and you go, lol, that's one of those moments where you just go, ah, shit. Fuck, did I goof up completely? After seeing this, I immediately typed wrong chat, but he didn't give a shit, unleashing lines of hatred towards me, following by kicking me from the guild and setting me on ignoring game. Before I could get him a reply and justify myself, I was furious. You were furious. You're the one that was furious. Really? You're the one that was furious. He was totally over the top. I know he told me that his grandmother had died, and I accidentally said lol, as in, ha ha! But still, it was totally over the top response, man. I mean, it's his fault. I then proceeded to log on to MSN. I'm getting serious now. I'm logging on MSN. I sent him pages and pages and pages of me and Plexian talking shit about him. Is this a thing? Do you all save every conversation you have online? Do you all do? Well, whoa. Are you slagging that guy off? I mean, I agree with you, but I'm just going to print screen that, right? I know I agree with you, but I'm just going to print screen it because you never know. You never know. You never know when it's going to come in handy, right? I think a rule of thumb that we should all take away from Drama Time is stop talking shit about people. It doesn't matter who it is, online, over Skype and shit. Because these motherfuckers are screenshotting it. That's what they're learning, these kids, man. These kids are learning to fucking save this shit. My God. Auto saves. Oh, nightmare. Me and the old Plexian talking shit about him, who he then at the time thought of as his best in-game friend. But we both thought he was actually a cunt. We were only nice to him as he was the GM. I then blocked him on MSN. Why not? He had done this to me numerous times. You were like, send, block. Got you, fucker. He had done this numerous times and while blocking me before I could reply. No shit. He was a pussy. He deserved it. Despite Plexian losing his raid spot, he didn't mind. He thought that Poppet was a cunt and therefore took my side. Good news, everybody. Didn't that work out well? Love it. Onwards we go. We're going. Sonic, we've got to go fast. We've got to go fast. Okay. Okay, here we go. How I ruined a guild. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I started WoW back at the end of the Burning Crusade. I began after a friend told me about the game. He was called Azithel. I'm just going to pick names like that. It's going to be easier. He was called Azithel. He was an undead warlock. I decided to roll an undead rogue. I spent my time never using stealth, but instead using my bow or thrown weapons as an opener while leveling. Stealth? Why would I want to go invisible? I want to fight these things. Duh. Plus I can... It's the logic, isn't it? Why would I even use... I can kill them at... Did you know that if I kill things at range, they can't even hit me? It's pretty badass. So, there you go. My friend was already rocking a level 40 when I started, and I was amazed at the way he killed the level 10 mobs I was fighting in one hit. Wow. I enjoyed a mix of intellect and agility gear while I leveled, as I had no idea the importance of different stats for my different classes. I was about level 30 when Wrath hit and reached level 55 after a couple of weeks. I then had access to this amazing new class, which gave me a second level 55 character. I'll have you know that in World of Warcraft, I have 2 level 55 characters, so yeah, it's getting pretty serious for me. I mean, I did have 1, but now I have 2. So, there you go. My DK reached level 80 after having the importance of only needing strength items in dungeons explained to me. After that, I wanted to raid. Well, now I've worked out the loot system. Time to raid. That's it. On my DK. We're doing it right. My friend had already raided in a good guild, which I joined as a social member. I then joined them when Ulduar was released in their second team. Team 2 Ulduar. We were rubbish. We managed the first couple of bosses before... See, even they killed Razor Scale. Hey, who was that drama story? Like last week, you couldn't kill Razor Scale. Razor Scale? The first couple of bosses before we decided to close Team 2. Oh! XT, you bastard. You killed Team 2, XT. You killed Team 2. Shortly after the guild folded after a disagreement between the GM and the raid leader split the raid team in half. My friend moved on to another guild, and I followed. We found another guild which he raided with, and I was benched for. What's your experience, Team 2, in a guild that couldn't kill XT? Okay. You're going to sit over there, alright? Welcome to the guild, though. Go and sit over there, and if, like, 20 people for our 10-man don't show up, then you can come. Is that a good deal? Is that a good deal for you? Okay. That guild application, though. It was only when the raid team's holy priest quit for some reason that my friend suggested I re-roll a holy priest and he would help me gear it up so I could join the main team. Good idea. Good plan. I made an undead holy priest and thoroughly enjoyed healing 5-mans and couldn't wait to raid heal. Eventually I was geared and the team decided to stop pugging their last healer just as ICC was released and gave me my shot at it. We cleared ICC 10 and got some progression into Heroic, which was amazing for me. Then, with the release of Kata, the guild disbanded, and once again I had to find a new guild. Oh well, new expansion, disband the guild. Me and my friend convinced another 2 of our real-life friends to start playing. I don't think any of these... I don't think these names matter, so we'll skip them. There was an Orc Hunter, a Blood Elf Pally. They were geared up very quickly for the 4 raids that Kata came with. We joined the guild and helped them fill up places for their second team. Forever Team 2! You're so forever Team 2. I frigging love it, man. You just live in Team 2. And if you're not in Team 2, you're on the bench. It's like, fuck, man. But serious, when you were on the bench, though, were you like, I wish this guild had a Team 2. I so wish this guild had a Team 2 so I didn't have to sit on the bench. That would be the best. So you helped fill up places for their second team. Second team cleared the raid shortly before the Firelands was released, led by our raid leader, a Tauren Blood Death Knight. We cleared Firelands and moved on to Heroic, which we cleared almost as quickly as Team 1. Even with them raiding 3 hours more than us every week, which worried some of Team 1. Oh no. Yeah, at least it's not Team 3. At least it's not Team 3. The bench is better. I'd rather not even play. Then, Dragon Soul was released. We were prepared and brought down Madness of Deathwing as the second on our server, as well as a full week before Team 1. One of the best players in Team 1, the Orc Shaman, spoke to the GM and asked why we didn't swap some of the better players in Team 2 with the worst ones in Team 1. The GM refused and said that the reason we cleared it faster was due to them missing raid days, sometimes due to private reasons. What does that even mean? What? The only reason you beat... That's the worst excuse. There's nothing worse than a sore loser, is there? No congratulations. No, dude, that is fucking awesome, man. That is totally awesome. Well done. Well played. That's really cool. No, it's... You know why you beat us, don't you? Private reasons. Can't go into details, but it was private reasons. I'd like to tell you, but it's kind of a big deal in Team 1. It's a private thing amongst Team 1 people, yeah? You take your Team 2 issues over there while Team 1 deals with its private problems about how we had to do it, right? Just bear in mind that was the reason. Despite them having more raid time each week than us by 3 hours. Another one of the players in Team 1 spoke up and said that we had better deeps and that they should be put into Team 1. Why does it matter? I kind of get the feeling you want to be in Team 1 because it's called Team 1. Your progress is better. Your team is better. But it's called Team 2. And that's all that matters. Everything else is irrelevant. Your progress, your service second, it doesn't matter because you're still called Team 2. I don't get it. Why do you want to move? Why would you be like, I wish we were in Team 1 though. But they're worse than you. They're bad. They're bad. Team 1 is bad. Yeah, but still, they're called Team 1 though. So I kind of need to be there. I kind of want to be a part of it, right? I'm sick of being in Team 2 with our better progress and better players. That's where I want to be. Oh, God. Another one of the players spoke up and that other players should be put in Team 1. Once again, the GM silenced them and said no changes would be made to the teams. And said that they would clear Dragon Soul Heroics weeks before Team 2 even got halfway, as they were far superior in terms of mechanics. You may have the DPS edge, the tanking edge, the healing edge, but we have the mechanical edge. So, ultimately, that's going to be your folly, your downfall. You screwed. We downed Madness Heroic while Team 1 was still stuck on Spine of Deathwing. Oh. There was outrage from a few members of Team 1. I am outraged by this, who demanded that the groups be sorted. The GM eventually ended up telling the truth, that most of Team 1 were a group of friends, and none of them would ever be benched in favour of someone they didn't know. Oh my God, the truth comes out. Look, random members of Team 1, little secret, all of us over here, we've got a group. It's called The Officers. Right, we'll just get that label on it. We'll call it The Officers. And the officers are friends. And we will never sit on a bench. So go fuck yourselves. Team 1 was split and divided. And the GM ended up kicking everyone in Team 2. So what? Who gives a shit? Team 2 got kicked. And who gives a fuck? We're ahead of you. I don't give a shit. I don't give a flying fuck. Now we're Team 1. Thank you. That's all we ever wanted, was to be called Team 1. Kick us. Right. New guild. You know what it's called? Well, now we're Team 1. That's the name of my guild, motherfucker. I don't give a shit. 5 people from Team 1 in a foul... and kicked 5 people from Team 1 in a foul-mouthed rage. The guild disbanded a week later, and the GM never returned, leaving us with Team 2. Leaving us in Team 2 guildless. What am I reading? Why is Team 2 guildless? I don't understand. Why is Team 2 not overjoyed? Why is Team 2 not like, oh, we could just make our own guild? Oh, that's a good idea. I mean, we already have like solid progress and stuff. I know. We're all right. We formed our own guild. There we go. And now we're in Siege of Ogre after clearing the rest of Mock content was released. I rolled a Chamois healer, which is also up to a raid standard. We are now looking to form with another 10 man and recruit some people for Mythic. Good luck! Team 1. Gotta be. I would give everything. I would sacrifice everything to be a member of Team 1. Right. This one's written by a lady. And it's called I'm a Troublemaker. Are you ready, guys? This is the longest one, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, my God. The ladies. The ladies. You know what's always great in drama time is when the lads, when the pals, when the dick swingers, right? When we're swinging cocks, are all being abused by the girls. And then the girls write the story, and it's how I abuse the boys. Here we go. I am a troublemaker and a drama queen. I admit, I needed a guild bank for extra storage, so I created a bank guild called the Drama Queens. I got the reputation for drama on my old server, so I realm transferred. Bye. Oh my God, that's your opening sentence. Your opening sentence is, I'm known for being a douche. So I just transferred away. The last straw was a guild I was in for just 2 days. Who were genuinely assholes to me, saying we were warned off me. But we thought we'd give you a chance. Wasn't much of a chance to do in one guild running Blackrock Descent and behave towards me like your typical pugs. I may be a drama queen, but I do have some nice qualities to balance that. Honest. What is this? Yes, I know I cause trouble. Yes, I know that people warn other people about me. But I do have some nice qualities. Honest. Honestly, I do. Please believe me. I definitely have some... Lies! 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 On my new server, I asked in trade chat. I love it. For a friendly over 18s guild that raided every week. Looking for a friendly guild. Which guild is going to be like, oh, sorry, we're like totally unfriendly. Like, oh, we do raid every week, but we're really unfriendly. Ugh, almost had it. I chatted to a nice bloke who impressed me. The guild he described sounded like a good fit, so I thought I'd give it a try. Your guild sounds amazing. Of course. All I have to do is answer the questions. Are you a friendly guild? Yes. Prime Rising. Oh. I got to know the GM, who will be Ryan. He got timed out. Who's Ryan. I got to know the GM, Ryan, quite well. And it got to the point where we talked every day. Notice a theme here with the other story we had. He'd log on and invite me onto voice comms, and we'd talk shit about the game. Running guilds, organising raids. We got on like a house on fire, which I think was ultimately the problem. We got on too well. Was the issue. Now I think back, what the problem was is that we got on really well. That's an issue for me because I caused trouble. And that's just the truth. After 3 months, he asked me if I wanted to be an officer. 3 months. What a player, Ryan. What a player. Taking his time, easing it in. And I said I liked his guild, but I'm like chalk and cheese. And seemed to evoke strong opinions from people, both good and bad. Me as an officer would potentially be divisive. This was my first mistake. My second mistake was probably wanting to get involved in every aspect of the guild and offer an opinion on absolutely everything. Does this sound like something you've seen before? Oh, someone said anything at all in guild chat? I know who will reply, regardless of what was said. Even if they have no knowledge at all about the subject. They are the people who, when you go and check, you ask a question on, say, I know, Yahoo Answers. Hey, does anybody know if I could change the battery in this phone? And the top reply is, I don't know. But I don't like that phone that I've never used before. I've never used the phone and I don't know the answer to the question, but I'm pretty sure it's a terrible phone. Just because I have an opinion, because you asked the question and I have nothing else to do. All good. All good. I love it. Some people don't like that level of involvement. Yeah, everybody. Nobody likes that level of involvement. Ryan encouraged it though. What a guildmaster. What a player. What a superstar. Oh, no. It's fine. It's fine. No, just stick your nose in. Just ask questions. Things started going sour when two younger members of the guild started arguing for taking the same 10 raiders every raid. We did it to concentrate gear, progression, and fight learning in those 10. This 10 would get better, and later in the expansion would help carry everyone else in the guild to get better gear faster. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is there anything worse in the history of WoW than that lie? And I have said it myself, and I freely admit to it. At some point, some fucking guy would be so bad, but I felt that to be a nice guild master and not kill people, and not kick people from the guild, that would be the best way of dealing with the situation. It's not that you're bad. Yes, I don't take you for any of the raids. That is true. That's a fact. I'll give you that one. It's not because you're bad. It isn't. It's because, well, the planet... How do I say this? Okay, this is the plan. I'm going to take these people every week, regardless of whether you signed up or turned up earlier or what, or if one of them came late. I'm going to take those 10. But what I'm going to do for you is when we've cleared it, and we have all our gear, and one of them doesn't want to show up anymore, I'm going to bring you. And you're going to get to do it really quickly. You're going to get to fly through it and get loads of gear. It's going to be great for you. I'm actually doing you a favour. I'm doing you a favour. But it's not because you're bad. It's because these were the first 10 here. Simple as that. Karazhan was the biggest nightmare ever for that. Karazhan was a fucking nightmare for that. 25-man guild. 2 10-man teams for Karazhan. 10 plus 10 does not equal 25. Let me tell you how this is going to work. Let me help. But when we need someone in 25... you can come along. You can come along. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So there we get it. And that trouble was, we barely had 14 raiders all told. We very rarely had more than 9 turn up. If you call 10 people raiders and they can always raid and get gear, when they can be asked to turn up, what do you do when they are standbys? Who signs up and turn up every week? I argued for trying to have a fairer system of rotation. So anyone who wanted to raid could get a go and make what we were already doing formal. The 2 youngsters objected and dismissed the guildies as filler stand-ins and generated some quite nasty drama. Rightfully so. The officers waded in with the opinion that the guild had never been that way. One of the youngsters didn't sign for that week's raid. One unsigned a few hours before. Interestingly, Ryan had nothing much to the point to say about this. He then made a long forum post. Oh my god, sounds like Rasty. You know when you go on the forums just to check in, kick the shit back with your friends while you're at work, you know, your guildies, and then the fucking GM's waded in with his big keyboard. I didn't want to take this to guild chat, guys, so here is an enormous post about how things are going to be and the problems we've got. And oh my god, shut the fuck up. You know what's even better? It's them leaving posts. Let me write you an essay about why I'm leaving and how much I love you all, and it's not you, it's me, and let's all do that. And please, and then they get pissed. They get pissed when you didn't read it. Did you not read the forum post? No, I didn't fucking read it. It was like 6 essays. What are you talking about? I ain't got fucking time for that. Knobs. No, I didn't fucking read it. What was it about? I bet you can sum it up in 5 sentences. All right. And he made this enormously long forum thread about what was basically the guild rules. Could be read either way, and at the end of it, summed it up with fuck off. At the rate, a survey. Don't tell me your guildmasters did a survey Let's all have a democratic vote on it. A guild is never a democracy. The buck ends somewhere. Trust me. Democracy will ruin your guild. Pure democracy. Some things can be voted on. Most things, no. Because people have their own agendas, like in the real world. How made a long forum post. At a raid time, two young guildies were in trade chat, organising a pug run to previous tier content. I was livid and I said they were taking the piss and should get moved on like in the old days. Why? Why? Ryan refused even after the two took their mains out of our guild. 2 days later, and joined another raiding guild. Ryan even allowed these two to leave their alts in our guild. Nothing wrong with that. I argued with him a lot over that, but we were still... You are the drama llama. They don't even raid with you. Why can't they leave their alts there? I'm sure they still have some friends there. What issue does it make? Oh, God, did you see those two made a fucking pug? They should be kicked. They weren't in our raid, but they made a pug. Fucking losers. I knew Ryan was allegedly a bit strapped for cash. Oh, dear. So I suggested cancelling his voice comms server contract, and I could host a Mumble server on my home server. Gaining power. Gaining power. There's no skin off my nose. If latency was an issue, I'd have my upload speed upgraded. You're so kind. So kind. It wasn't a problem. It was all good. Our main tank and raid leader went on a long WoW break. I offered up my warrior as the main tank, and we kept on raiding. Owns the voice comms. Gonna be the raid tank. A guild officer called Rasty. Let's go with Rasty. A guild officer called Rasty. Oh, his mage was a mage. Was working down south, not far from me. Oh, Rasty. And started talking about having a few beers with Ryan. Oh, having a few beers with Ryan. As Ryan was not rich, I suggested driving to Rasty's hotel and driving him to Ryan's and going for a few beers. Oh, you just invited yourself. I see. Because you just invited yourself. Nothing better. Rasty offered someone else a drink and you just invited yourself along. I can make this work. I can make this work because you're strapped for cast. I will just invite myself along, uninvited, and we can all have a jolly old time. We could even quietly buy all the beers without letting on we were looking after him, like ballers. You genuinely thought you were doing something nice. That's really cute. Aww. I hope this ends well and it did work out. I hope this does work out well. After this meetup, a guild officer hunter started talking about a bigger guild meetup, including the chicks, of course. Oh, wait a minute. I think you've missed someone out. My God. I don't know. You're talking about girl. I don't know who you mean. Ah, the broken English. Okay, there's a girl somewhere. There's a girl somewhere. I don't know where it's gone. After this meetup, this guild officer suggested a bigger meetup, including this girl. She was transparently jealous at being left out. Oh, she didn't get to go. Apparently, there's a paragraph missing somewhere. For fucking real. There's a paragraph of a girl who was like supposed to come and didn't. And she was a grown woman. That's what happened. She was quite obviously jealous at being left out of this beer fest that went to. A grown woman, but still a wild girly girl. Plans were laid. As we're quite spread across the UK, some or all would have to stay overnight in a bed and breakfast. Oh, we're getting bedrooms. Talking about it. Talking about where gradually brought us around to the cost, and so somewhere near Ryan's gaff seemed the best bet. He wouldn't have the overheads of petrol or raid and overnight stay. He'd be at home. Doing it for you, GM. Doing it for you. He picked us up at a local bed and breakfast, and four of us, two guild couples, me and Rasty, booked up. Ryan had this idea of having t-shirts printed with the guild logo on it and making everyone wear them at the pub. Well, he's got no money, so I dipped into my pocket again. Motherfucker. We met up and had a fantastic night out. Well, I really enjoyed it, Preacher. We talked into the wee small hours, and I put away an enormous quantity of Alka-Pops. I hope you're Scottish. Wee small hours and Alka-Pops. Train spotting hype. Them Alka-Pops. Oh, I was on the WKD Blues. It was so fucking good. The WKD Blue. The Smirnoff Ices were rocking. Oh man, I got so pissed. I hope it. No, what was the other ones? Blue Wickeds. Yeah, Blue Wickeds and orange ones. Classic Wickeds. Like a classy lady. I was rocking the Alka-Pops. So good. As Rusty pointed out, that night it was surprising how little we talked about WoW. It's not. I don't think that's normal. I had the most enormous hangover the next day from the Alka-Pops. I bet it was a sugar rush. To drive home. The next day to drive home with. We did go for a meal, of course. A curry. So Scottish. Alka-Pops and Indian. Independence. That's your freedom that you want, right? Team Scotland. We're on the Iron Brew Wickeds and an Indian. That's what we did for the guild meeting. Iron Brew Wickeds. And then went for a Ruby. Went for the old Ruby. We were staying away from home, of course, so we had a curry. We dragged Ryan and his missus along. Oh, his missus! So I assume his missus is the one we were talking about earlier. So good. Wicked don't Smirnoff Blue. And a kebab on the way back. I love it. I spent a lot of the meal wondering how I could offer to pay for his and his missus's meal without embarrassing him. Aren't you so friendly? So I finally hit on the masterstroke of buying everyone's meal. Fuck that! Well, you can't be Scottish now. Too soon? Too soon? Is that okay? I'm joking. Don't shoot me. Why the fuck not? I'm a baller, right? Apparently. It's only money and I'm lucky enough to be well off. Nice! Though I have focused on it, money has never been an issue for me, and never unless some fucker takes advantage. It only ever became an issue. Tracy, no. I know what that means. Too early to be Scottish. It only ever became an issue when people are ungrateful and take the piss. I wasn't counting at the time. There's my friends. These are the bathos of it, Preacher. There's the rub. Back online, our new raid leader was complete shit. Bastard. Two haggis. Right, look at all the Scottish jumping on it. We're totally that generous. Absolutely. But as you can tell from my attitude to rotating team members, I was always more interested in having a laugh with friends. I value progress. We all want to see new raid content, but I was willing to sacrifice that for the benefit of a nice little community. Let us all just be friends, right guys? Hey, calm down. Progress isn't everything. Okay? Raiders, progress isn't everything. Sometimes it's just nice to have a good laugh and a wee wicked and a little bit of the old chicken tikka masala. That's what. Let's all calm down and have a kebab. Let's all do it. If we weren't social, people would have been the new raid leader would have been dropped first. Oh, the girl raid leader. She didn't really like. Oh, must be his missus. She didn't. Let's pick someone for this person that we keep. Let's just call her Dice. Right, Dice. Dice is the raid leader and girl and Ryan's lady. If we weren't very like a little community, Dice would have been dropped first. She didn't really like sticking to one character and played them all badly. She and Ryan were tight. She knows how to work some men. Oh, doing it. Was by now an officer, despite not committing very much time to WoW. But still managed to get a raid slot whenever she did bother to turn up. I used to work in a bar, so I know. Always serve the tits first. You're a bad barman. A very bad barman. Me and Ghosty were the best bar team ever. You do not always serve the tits first. You serve the person who was at the bar first. God damn it, bar people. Despite the conversation we had about fair rotations and not raiding with a fixed 10-man, it still seemed to operate that way. So we're all agreed. We'll rotate people. Yeah. Is it my turn for rotation? No. Your turn's next week. I promise. Ryan, Rasty, and Dice, despite how little those two were playing and raiding, the other two officers had a couple of, obviously, core raiders, as they were called. Of course, those two get a spot. They're core raiders, right? They're core raiders. They always get a spot. I should point out, that one of these core raiders was me. Oh, twist! I was becoming increasingly disappointed with this, and some of my mates were never getting raid spots, despite being a good and reliable raider. The 7 weeks of wiping on Tortos... Where do we go from there? I don't know. I was arguing all... I was arguing all the time with Ryan that my mates were getting a fair go at Tortos wiping, and it all came to a head when I lost my shit and had a full-on rant. Lost the shit, guys, after a raid on Mumble about how this was not working. How long? I said, how long? How long can you go on doing the same thing and expecting a different result? The tactics we're using are not working. Do something else. I'm going to the fridge to get my fucking wicked. Nice. I soon calmed down and apologised very sincerely to everyone. Whoa, calm down. Let's all have a kebab. I didn't realise it at the time, but the raid leader never forgave me for questioning his leadership. Why is that in speak quotations? I will never, ever forgive you for questioning my leadership. You questioned my leadership. Interestingly, the next week every raider had done some research about how they could do their role better, and we finally downed Tortos. Everyone go away and research Tortos. That's what you all need to do. 3 raid nights later, that patch only had a month left to run, and strangely, people started miraculously drifting back to raiding. Oh, Siege of Orgrimmar was coming. Okay, fair enough. We managed to kill Tortos just before Siege of Orgrimmar came out. Burn. The patch had only a month left, and surprisingly, people started to return to raiding after dwindling before, weeks away, when Tortos was our biggest cock block. Shocking. I've wiped enough on Tortos. I'm going to take a break until the next raid comes out. With my friends getting left out too much again, with 2 weeks left until 5.4 and SOO, I suggested scrapping the very new and hard-fought... What? 4 rotation system. Guess who was rotated out first week? Oh! You pushed it! I see what happened. She fought and fought for rotation. We must have rotation. We must! And then they agreed. You're the first to be rotated. Oh! Everyone else can stay, but you're being rotated. Well played. Well played, Ryan. Well played. Absolutely fucked. Fine, we'll rotate people. You're the first one out. See you later. So fucking good. I called an officer veteran meeting. Ooh. I had been in the guild for a year by now and suggest putting the new rotation system on hold. You backstabbing bastard! Oh my god! Wait. I didn't mean me. We need rotation. We need it. Rotation. You're the one being rotated. Team meeting. We should put the rotation system on hold until Siege of Orgrimmar is cleared. Is all I'm going to say, right? That's all I'm going to say. Just going to say we should do that. I just think we should definitely put it on hold for now, okay? Just for a fortnight, as a thank you, to the people who turned up to Icon Tortos every week. What a get out of jail free card. I fucking love it. Wait, we can't start the rotation system now. And it's not because it's my week to be rotated. It's a thank you. Everybody here in this little team, especially me, whose week it is to be rotated, especially me, deserves a chance to be, at least for the next couple of weeks, because we were there when we killed Tortos, okay? It's not for me, guys. It's for the guild as a whole. We should thank everybody. We should thank everybody as a team. Everyone at that meeting agreed. What, the ones who all got the raid spot? I agree. We should all keep our raid spots. Good meeting, guys. Really good meeting. Guys, do you think we should give ourselves pay rises? I do. Good meeting. All right, see you later. During the week, a friend said to me, I don't think I'm going to bother signing up this week. I couldn't bear being left out for certain people after everything I've been doing for this team. I said I didn't pick the raid team. It's not my fault. I didn't choose it. I didn't choose the raids. It's nothing to do with me. but the raid leader is a little dramatic and sensitive about his role and authority. But if I was her, I would sign up. How it got back to the raid leader that I'd suggested to one of the raiders they were definitely going to get picked, I don't know. But come raid night, he went back on his agreement and kicked her out. Oh, betrayal. Such betrayal. I stopped proceeding and the whispering started. It took it to the pink. We took it to the pink. We agreed on this raid team. Surely some mistake, mate. Should we do the Scottish voice? We agreed on this raid team. Surely some mistake has been made. No, I'm not taking her because I can't leave you out. I would leave you out, but you're our only other tank. You do not pick the raid team. I had to double check. You're not inviting her to punish me for telling her that for raiding today. And you can't bench me because I'm in the guild. I'm one of the guild's only 2 tanks. Although he denies he ever said this or meant this, his next words was singular. Correct. No, you can't bench one of the tanks. Thicker accent. I'm sorry, I'll do it better. My voice is dying now. Correct. You can't get benched one of the tanks. Okay, I'm not joining a group until this is sorted out. I started out by whispering Rasty with what I was hearing in whispers. Oh, the whispers, the pinks flying everywhere like a big chain of fucking spiders. The whispers flying out. After 15 minutes, I thought time was getting on. Joined the vent servers about to say, let's get it on. 8 other people are having their time wasted. I'll try to resolve this later. When the raid leader cut in, called the raid, and logged off Mumble in the game, raid leader's like, nope. Over. Things got frosty in the guild. I suspect that an officer meeting ran something like this. He's getting too big for his boots. He thinks he's an officer and he's not. He helps run the website. Administers the Mumble server, and he's the main tank. He rewrote the guild rule for us. He'll be after your job next week, Ryan. Oh, the backstabbing. I had rewritten the guild rules for them. They were a mess. And I introduced a rule I think all casual raiding guilds should have. I wrote this one. And the rule is here. Rule number 9. The spirit of these rules is more important than the letter. Okay. If you're going to have a rule, it can't be open for debate. Do you know what I mean? The point of a rule is that that's how it works. Rules that are negotiable are not really rules. Oh, they're called guidelines rather than rules, right? And if you open the rule with this is up for debate, that's not going to end well. Rule number 9. The spirit of these rules is more important than the letter. These rules are intended as guidelines and aim to ensure fairness to all guild members, regardless of rank and length of service. However, all rules have grey areas. This is my worst fucking nightmare. Oh my god. All rules have grey areas. Attempting to exploit the grey areas for your own advantage would be considered a breach of Rule 9 and could result in a written warning. Ho ho ho! Oh shit! Just got serious. You might. Hey! Attempting to circumvent Rule 9 could result in an in-game letter. Just putting it out there, guys. Some rules will be relaxed, bent, or indeed broken occasionally. This is in your guild rules. Run for your fucking life. When the outcome of enforcing the rule would create Some rules will be relaxed, bent, or indeed broken when the outcome of enforcing the rule would create negative and unacceptable outcomes for individual members. That is like the we do what we want rule. Yes, there are rules in the guild, but we will not. This guild has a rule that says quite openly, we will break the rules when it suits us. So you know, we have put these rules out there, but Rule 9 states that we will break these rules whenever it suits our needs. Our officers will deal with any issues arising. Right, I have to leave. I've got to pick my son up. I have every reason to believe this sort of conversation took place. Ryan began talking on his death night. Ryan turned into a tank. Well played, Ryan. Getting back to power. Now my tanking is, well, I have subsequently tacked up to Claxian Siege, and my new guild made me go back to my Warlock again. Okay. I'm okay, not spectacular. But Ryan is genuinely shit at tanking, and has put progress back badly. However, DPS are 10 a penny, so no raids relying on me. They stopped using my Mumble server for bullshit reasons. So you got too big for your boots! Too few available slots. We never had more than 20 online. The Mumble viewer on the website no longer works. Okay, I'll give Ryan that one. I lost my website admin rights one afternoon with no explanation. Finally, I had a huge row with Rasty. Fundamentally about how all guild business was being done behind closed doors in secret meetings. Ryan going between the two sides and telling them old contradictory information, even when we were to make this happen. Is it funny? It's ironic. I love your videos. I love your videos, which Ryan, for all his faults, did introduce me to. And they always have a good laugh along with Drama Friday. I hope my little rambly tale gives you a good laugh. It certainly does. Thank you so much for tuning in. There might be a stream on Monday. We're going to do some challenge modes. Hopefully, I super have to leave. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed Drama Friday. Thank you to everyone who subscribed and donations during the show. I will see you again, maybe on Monday. I'll tweet you. Bye-bye.